in researching you, you don't like to be called a comedian, and you're very intentional about not being labeled a comic. Why is that?
Well, it's because I'm scared. I'm serious. When you say, "Here comes a comedian," you better be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly got my start with no intention of ever being funny. I was trying to do something between the songs
Uh-huh.
because the Lord called me at college. I mean, I'm a Christian and therefore have been labeled a Christian comedian, but I never gave myself that title. I think I'm a storyteller because what I did, I went to these little churches and I would sing a song and tell a story, sing a song, tell a story. And I thought the songs were the most important thing. But what I come to find out, what people really enjoyed the most, and what I actually enjoy the most probably is talking and hearing people laugh. And I come from a, funny family. My brother's a lot funnier than me. At least that's what he tells me. And and my dad, he's a funny guy, and his brothers, oh my gosh, you would go to a Lowry family reunion, and
Mm.
everybody has two gifts. They can all talk and listen at the same time because there's 10 conversations going all over that room, and everybody's tuned into every conversation. And then we're making comments into those conversations. And it's a great life for the attention deficit disordered person that I am.
But that's what resonated, I think, with your comedy is, and I think you first realized you were funny when you made your brother's friends laugh. I believe that's correct. And
Well,
then,
they weren't really his friends. My brother did some modeling in
oh
Houston,
yes, I
and
see.
so
That's where you get it from.
well,
Yeah,
he was good looking. No, 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 no. I had to be funny, or I would not have been noticed.
funny and a mullet. Let's not forget
Yeah,
the
oh,
mullet you
yeah,
had.
I grew into that years later. No, when I was a kid, we had burr haircuts. You know what a burr is?
A burr.
Burr. It's just shaved right to the scalp. My dad gave us one every summer, and I loved it. I would still wear it like that, except I look like Uncle Fester from the Adams.
So you're scared to be called a comic, even though
Oh,
you're proven to be funny.
well, I understand people have to label you something, and that's not the worst thing. But I just think if you say, "Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now welcome the funniest guy," and he's so funny, well, you better be funny,
That's true.
right?
It's
And
true.
I would rather them say, "Y'all, this guy is gonna bore you into oblivion." And then I make because see, let me tell you, when I started out in those independent fundamental Baptist churches that wouldn't clap because that's giving glory to men. Yeah, I see your face. They wouldn't shout because they're afraid someone might think they're doing it in another language, but they would laugh.
Oh.
And I knew they were listening. And all I cared about is, are these people listening? Because you couldn't tell by looking at them. You know, independent Baptists, and back in my day, they were deader than a doornail. Now they love Jesus and they memorize those scriptures, but they do not want to be thought of as charismatic. And so they wouldn't, that's giving glory to men if you applaud. They'd say amen at the end of a song or something, but they
Uh-huh.
wouldn't, I don't know. It's all changed now and it's gotten better.
Have you ever done
But
comedy clubs or anything?
oh Lord, no.
Oh, so not even tried, not even
I
curious.
tried one time, that was enough. I
What
was scared
happened?
out of my mind. Well, my dad went with me. It was a guy that I'd met who owned a comedy club in Atlanta when I lived in Ackworth.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I lived in Ackworth for a while.
Oh,
When
that's
I
so
joined the
sick.
vocal band, I was living in Ackworth, Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah. So I met a guy who owned a comedy club, and he had seen me, and he thought I could do it. He said, "You got all these faces, and you got you can do this." And he talked me into it, and I never did it again.
But what happened? Let's get
Oh,
into
well,
the
I think they laughed, but it wasn't the kind of laughter I was used to. I don't know
Mhm.
what was different about it. First of all, my crowd is usually sober.
Yes.
And I'm not counting for all of them, but most of them. And Hey, I'm kidding about that. I mean, and I know where they're coming from. I know how they think. I'm one of them. I was raised with them. I don't want to leave them. I don't want to go do. I did an interview for People Magazine. They said, "Do you want to cross over?" And I said, "Yes, if I can take the crossover." But I don't want to go without him.
Uh-huh.
And I have no desire to do that. I've never had, it's not my calling. And I thank God for people like you and others, Jeff Foxworthy, that
Mhm.
loves the Lord, and he is hauling the water to the desert. Well, I'm fine with singing for the choir.
Thanks for watching Hot Breath of Verse. If you want to support the show, go join our Patreon. But if you don't like supporting a comic on the hustle, at least click the watch more videos to keep us alive in the algorithm. Hot Breath.